There's a reason you've always felt different. Not in a loud way, not in a way you could easily explain, but in the way you move, the way you think, the way you don't quite fit into what everyone else seems to follow naturally. You don't chase attention, you don't depend on approval, and no matter how hard you try to blend in, something about you always stands apart. That's not an accident. But here's what no one tells you. Being this way comes with a cost. Not the kind you see immediately, sir, but the kind you feel over time. Because the truth is, being a Sigma female isn't just independence, it's isolation, it's misunderstanding, it's walking a path that most people will never relate to. And if no one prepares you for it, it can quietly shape your entire life. So here are 10 brutal truths about being a Sigma female that no one talks about. 1. You will be misunderstood constantly. Being a Sigma female means you don't fit into clear categories. You're not trying to lead like an alpha. You're not trying to follow like a beta. You exist outside the structure. And that confuses people. They won't know how to label you. One moment, you're quiet and distant. The next, you're confident and decisive. To them, it feels inconsistent. But to you, it's natural. You're not performing. You're just being. The brutal truth is, most people won't take the time to understand that. They'll judge what they don't understand, and you'll be misunderstood more often than not. Your independence will intimidate people. You don't need constant validation. You don't rely on others to feel complete. You're comfortable alone. And while that sounds like strength, to others, it can feel threatening. Because your independence exposes something uncomfortable. It shows people that dependence isn't necessary, that validation isn't required. And not everyone is ready to face that. So instead of admiring you, some will distance themselves, not because you did something wrong, but because your presence challenges them. 3. You will walk away from things. Others hold on to you. Don't stay where you feel misaligned. Relationships, environments, opportunities. If it doesn't feel right, you leave. And that's rare. Most people stay too long. They tolerate discomfort. They hold on out of fear, but you don't. And while that protects your peace, it also means you'll experience more endings, more distance, more resets. The brutal truth? Choosing yourself often comes with loneliness. You can be surrounded by people and still feel disconnected, not because you're antisocial, but because you crave depth. Surface-level conversations don't satisfy you. Small talk drains you. You want meaning, real connection, something that goes beyond the obvious, and that's not always easy to find. So even in a room full of people, you can feel like you're somewhere else entirely. Because you're quiet and observant, people fill in the blanks. They assume things about you, your personality, your intentions, your thoughts. And most of the time, they're wrong. Some will see you as cold. Others will see you as mysterious. Some will think you're judging them. But the truth is, they're projecting their own perceptions onto you, and you can't control that. 6. You see things you can't unsee. You notice patterns, behavior, energy, intentions, things others overlook, stand out to you. And once you see them, you can't ignore them. This affects how you view people, how you trust, how you connect. Because you're not just seeing what's on the surface, you're seeing what's underneath. And sometimes, that makes connection harder, not easier. You will outgrow people. Growth is natural for you. You reflect, you evolve, you change. But not everyone grows at the same pace. And over time, you start to feel the difference. Conversations shift, values change, connections weaken, and eventually, you move on. Not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. The brutal truth? Growth often means leaving people behind. You trust yourself more than others. You rely on your own judgment, your own perception, your own intuition. And while that gives you clarity, it also creates distance. Because trusting yourself means questioning others more, not blindly accepting, not easily influenced. And that can make relationships more complicated. People expect agreement, you offer perspective, and not everyone is comfortable with that. You won't be easily controlled. You don't respond well to pressure or manipulation or expectations you didn't choose. You think for yourself, you decide for yourself, and that makes you unpredictable. not in a chaotic way, but in a way that others can't easily influence. And because of that, some people will try harder to control you. When that fails, they may label you as difficult, but the truth is, you're just not easy to control. You will have to create your own path. There isn't a clear blueprint for how you should live. The traditional path may not feel right. The expected choices may not fit you. And that means one thing: you have to figure it out yourself. Your career, your relationships, your lifestyle, it all has to be aligned with who you are, not what's expected. And while that gives you freedom, it also comes with uncertainty. No clear direction, no guaranteed outcome, just your own judgment. And that's both empowering and overwhelming. Being a Sigma female isn't about being better than others. It's about being different. And that difference comes with both strength and challenge. The freedom to live on your own terms, but also the responsibility of walking a path most people don't understand. The brutal truths aren't there to discourage you. They're there to prepare you. Because once you understand them, you stop questioning yourself and start trusting who you are. If this resonated with you, then you're already on that path, and most people never are.